Hey friends, welcome to Rituals to Rise, which is our daily dose of trying to optimize our time and resources for time and money freedom. And the reason I tell you that is because I know getting up at 6:30 in the morning is hard. And I know that I'm asking a lot of you to become this mindful person that is really looking in and digging in and going to sometimes those uncomfortable places. And also, I know that the 6:30 in the morning thing is just not awesome for all of you. And that's why I welcome you to watch it on replay. But I do want you to think about something. These are the power hours of most people's days. And that was one of the biggest transitions in my life was coming to work earlier and getting, by 9 o'clock, I've done all of that uninterrupted power hour stuff that I just can't get done in the course of the day. So the header of this was be flexible. And I just want you to see like how I'm moving into you and coming back and forth a little bit because I'm on an exercise ball. And I set up my office in my video space to have one, this is the desk over here, which is, so it's adjustable legs. So it's higher, it's taller. I use a sit stand stool there. And this spot down here, which is a little bit lower, as you can see by my perspective to the floor, I guess I could tilt it up like this and maybe make it a little bit less flourish. But I'm on an exercise ball. And here's what I have learned from this pandemic is that sitting in a chair all day long is doing nothing for my body. Again, I'm 58 years old, so things have been kind of like transitioning anyways. But I just said and those of you who know me know that I'm pretty flexible. I can do splits and I do a lot of yoga and I am pretty flexible. And what I've been finding is my body is stiffening at a frightening pace. And so I'm like, all right, so what do I need to do about that? So I start thinking about what my day was like pre-pandemic and what my life is like now. And two of the things that have made a big difference in my world is number one is mobility, right? Because we're not moving around as much as we used to be. We're staying still. And I literally locked myself in this office, isolated myself when the pandemic hit because I wanted to stay safe, but I also wanted to get away from my house and I also wanted to work. Okay. So that was the first thing was this isolation. And the second is that we are just the virtual stuff makes us sitting a lot more, right? The doing things online, we're not together, we're not moving, we're not transitioning. So my body has really, had a negative impact on that. What about you? Have you felt differently physically since you've been transitioning into our new normal? And I don't mean like my fitness program is similar to what it was before. So there's like a lot of things that have not changed. So I can't say that it's my fitness and my exercise that have changed that have made me so inflexible, right? And achy. And what I'm attributing it to is what I'm doing when I'm working. So why am I talking about this? Because I want you to take a good look at what you're doing. And if you're younger and you're going like, old lady Katie, like it's not like that for me. My body's still like this. I have hand weights by my sides. I have resources. And the thing is like just to incorporate right away, like sitting on a ball, right? So you can just stretch out and get those abs involved and get like the legs involved and just get yourselves like, again, time and money freedom means that we're going to maximize our time at all times. And so if I'm sitting here working, if I can get some leg work in and I can get some back work in and I can get some hip work in while I am doing my work, then doesn't that make sense? And isn't that maximizing my time? So I want you to think about how you can build that in. And if your position is a little different and you have not found yourself as I am right here, in an office, isolating myself from people or attempting to, I should even say, then what I want you to think about is what can I take from this? So the first thing is I am not going out as much as I used to. So, if you wear a watch, and they're getting me my daughter and my husband are getting me an Apple Watch for Christmas. And it's like, am I taking as many steps? If you are significant, and if you are a shopper, then your steps have gone way down, right? So how are you building that in? Now I do know, again, because of, my fitness regimen, which is doing a lot of mountain biking, there's a lot more people in the woods. So I know where you went. I know where you're going. But anyways, the thing is just be mindful. We're going into our new normal, right? We can't go back. Like whatever we did before, the way that we did it before, I don't believe we're ever going back there. All right. So as we create our future, right, one of the things that we can do is we can sneak in. We can sneak in little exercise. We can sneak in, just by sitting here on a ball versus a chair. I can sneak in some workout, some activities, and maybe I can, offset that stiffness I'm feeling. All right. And again, as I said, like nothing has dramatically changed that I can see, like in my outside world. It's my inside world of work that has changed. And there's not people in the office. I'm not moving around as much. I'm not like the whole bit. But I want to be able to move forever, right? I want to be able to be as nimble as possible for as long as possible. So I don't want to accept that I'm going to be stiff and I can't do my splits anymore. That's just not going to happen. I'm going to, at least not if I can help it. Alrighty, my friends, I hope that you have an amazing day. Today is touch day. And so what I want you to do is get in touch with yourself, right? And say, okay, so now, and by the way, the exercise ball I'm on is a super big one, right? So get a super big exercise ball so that you can use that instead of your chair. And this is actually to Linda Cody, shout out. I was talking with her yesterday and I was saying about the stand sit desk I've incorporated and this and that. And she said, yeah, and she goes, I use my ball all the time. And I'm like, I have my ball in the office, and that's why I adjusted this one because I went back. Someone reminded me. That's what we do for each other. We remind each other about how we can maximize our time, our energies, and our bad selves, right? So anyways, my friends, I hope that you have an amazing day. I hope that, what do I hope for you? I hope that mindfully you are realizing and recognizing all of the gifts that you have and putting them into practice. All right. So having those gifts is one thing. Putting them into practice is where the magic happens, my friends. So have an amazing day. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click you off. And I will see you tomorrow morning where we have a guest coming, Lisa Abate. And she's an old friend of mine. She actually helped me write my book that I wrote about 10 years ago now. And she has some new business going on. And she's an amazing, amazing woman. I'll put out some information about her later. I'm meeting with her on Zoom, not in a little bit. So guest tomorrow. So make sure you tune in, whether you tune in live or you tune in on replay. It's going to be a special day. All right. Take care.